Well, hello, hello. How's it going? Hope you're doing incredibly well. This is a two for one type of reading. First and foremost, this is obviously up on YouTube, and it also is inside of my new subscription service that's $11 a month, where I post group channeled messages. And I wanted to bring it here so that way you could kind of see the vibes of what it's like inside of there. But basically, once you get in there, I channel 3 to 5 collective messages just like this per week. Um, so it's a minimum of 12 messages a month. And although they are group and collective, I'm speaking to only the people inside of that space. And so, even if there's 100 people inside of there, that's still not very many, right? Compared to the whole world that could watch a YouTube video. And so the point of it is that it's a little bit, it's more intimate than like a group general reading that I post for thousands of people to watch on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. But it's also, not as intimate as a one-on-one. So I wanted to bring it here. I wanted to show you what it would be like so that way you have an idea of what you could experience inside of that space. It's only $11 a month. Or you can pay for 5 months and get 1 month free. So get 6 months total. Either way, if you want to jump into there, you can. Everything will be down below. If not, here's a general message for you. One last thing, I know I haven't posted a lot here on inside of this space. I've been really focusing a lot of my energy on Instagram and TikTok and doing readings there. Um, but here I am, and I'm excited to be here with you. And I am working into my schedule now that things are calming down in my personal life, on showing up here for you at least once a week. So either way, if you're not connected with me already on Instagram, TikTok, I'm there every day, and so we can hang out there. Um, okay, let's see. I'm going to pull some cards. We're going to get into this. I feel like this message has been, well, it has been, it's been really showing up a lot. And it's been about really understanding how to really be responsible for your own emotions and your own energy and how to hold space, safe space for that. Some of you are moving through a process where you're beginning to, I'm seeing like unveil. There's an unveiling, there's a cracked open, there's aspects of you that are beginning. I'm literally seeing like a human like zipping off their body and it coming off, and then a new version stepping out. And I know you've been feeling this energetically. That's clear. I can tell in your energy that you're feeling this already. You already know this has happened. You know that you're experiencing it. You're in this new energy, or you can feel the new energy. Okay. Meaning the new energy is you. Okay. Think about that. There's a really high emphasis here on you being aware of the energy that you're feeling and the power that that energy holds on your moods and your perspectives and outlooks on life. Okay. The divine is really coming through clear to say that this message is layered, and it's going to continue to be layered, and it's going to be something that, one of you might get on one level and the other of you might get on a very, very deep level. All levels are great. And as all of the readings are inside of the membership, each one of them and any of my general messages, they're all timeless. So they all can be watched at any time. So if you're like, I need something, I need some type of like breakthrough, or I need, some type of outside perspective, which by the way, as the person who shows up in this space, I connect deeply with the divine all of the time, all the time. I'm telling you, 24/7, I'm always in connection. I still have moments where I'm like, I need a physical person to help me understand this, like if I'm really working on something. And so I have specific readers myself that help activate me and encourage me through their messages. And that is why I make these, right? To help you and to be the mouthpiece for the divine in those moments where you're like, I just cannot see it for myself. So any of my platforms do that for you. And of course, the membership will also be that. And you can just timelessly go and click on a video, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's here on YouTube, or whether it's in the membership. If you're like, I just need some guidance, randomly choose which one, and it will be the one you need in that moment. Okay. That's how I do it. And it really helps. So, there's something about, you understanding you're in this new world, but you are still in this in between space between worlds, because you have not quite understood just how significant your energy is. And once you kind of come into this deeper understanding of the power that this energy of this new world holds, you will begin to experiment, interesting word. I was going to say experience, but they said experiment with the energy and place it in the directions and in the corners of your life that you desire to see flourish the quickest. Okay. What do you want to see shift first? Because that's going to be the thing that the energy is pointed towards. It's not always what you want, though. It also might be what you need. So some of you might be focusing on putting this energy, like you can feel yourself in this new energy and you're focusing your energy in cultivating a new love for yourself. Or maybe you're feeling this energy and you're cultivating this energy for a business. Okay. Some of you might still feel like, well, this is hard. I'm still not seeing it in this area. Well, maybe that's not where you need to be focusing. Some of you are using this energy to focus on calling in more money, when in reality, that might be a want that you have, but maybe the need is to focus on your love relationship, or the need is to focus on your relationships, or the need is to focus on your self-love and your connection to self, or your need is to focus on your leadership ability, right? So when things are still not showing up in the material world, it's because you're trying to control what it is that the energy needs to be put into so that you can perceive what you believe to be the best case scenario. When in reality, if you allowed the divine to unfold it, it could be in a situation and in a way that you never thought would be possible. And you'll look back and think, oh my gosh, I'm so glad it happened that way. And you've seen this time and time again, every single time you move into a new phase of your life. They want to tell you that these phases and these shiftings don't just happen like that. They're not going to be day to day things where you're just like, okay, I'm a new person. I'm a new person today and next day and the next day, or I'm a new person this week or next week. Yes, that might be your perspective, but you're moving through this season, right? To learn and relocate where your energy needs to be pointed. Are you following me? Because they're talking almost in like riddles, but not. Does that make sense? Like the way they're having me convey this message feels very much like a riddle, but it's also like if you really are hearing me, you hear me. Okay, there's something about that. I'm gonna have to watch this back. You feel me? Oh my gosh, that's what I love about channelings. Half the time I'm like, whoa, this is fucking great. Can I say the F word on YouTube? Yeah, I think I can. Okay. Healing the mother line, healing ancestral work, mother line, growing up. Now, receiving has been a very big thing showing up in my world, in my clients' world, in the collective. Okay. This understanding and honoring of receiving. Listen, giving yourself this new world, you are receiving a new world, you're receiving a new energy. What you do with that energy is what will be what you receive. Okay. And so sometimes when we're receiving new energy, we are trying to micromanage what to do with it instead of allowing ourselves to fully be in the flow and fully allow ourselves to receive. The feminine aspect of you is this receiving energy. Whatever it is that you're focusing on right now that you're trying so hard to get to change in your physical world is directly correlated to a relationship issue with the mother line, whether it's a actual relationship with you and your mom, or it's a generational characteristic or a generational thing, okay, in your mother's line that has been passed down to you that you're now being asked to address. And whether you address it or not will be up to you. And whether you address it or not will be the thing that will cultivate a deeper understanding about what to do with the energy that's in front of you. When you're given new energy, it's not just about being like, I'm in a new energy and this feels so good. It's what do you do with the energy? It's more than that, right? A lot of people go and they look for clarity. Okay. They get the clarity, but then they never embody what to do with that clarity. It's like, okay, yeah, I clearly need to work on my patience. But then the next step is to work on your patience, and the universe will bring you experiences to work on your patience. It might suck, it might be annoying, but it's an opportunity for you to grow, and you choose whether you do it or not. Okay. Same with this. You're in this new life, right? The energy is being given to you. It's a resource for you to take and say, this is what I'm going to do with it. But you have to choose to put the energy into the thing that you know you're being called to put it into. Just because you want something doesn't mean that that's what you actually need in the moment. And you can't tell me that, okay, but I want money because I also need it. Well, if you focus on the things that you do need, the money is going to support you. It will. It does every time. Look back at your life. Some of you are really focused on money, and I get it. Right now, our world is in a really difficult place, right? Inflation is really high, interest rates are really high. Priorities are food, shelter, and, making things happen. And it's okay. It's okay. You're not alone. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be stressed out about, though, because there's nothing you can do about what's happening in the external. You're being asked to focus on yourself, okay? So again, you will be supported when you are following what you intuitively know you need to be shifting and following. And you guys know I'm not going to say I'm an open book. I used to be more of an open book with the world as I am now, because I understand the importance of also keeping things to yourself and things like that. However, for me, I'm not going to, pretend like I'm just this like person that doesn't have anything ever affect, right? And, you know, right now in my life, I'm in this interesting place where I'm being asked to pull back a bit and not focus so much heavily on, you know, I wouldn't say creating, but the message here is kind of like I haven't been focusing so much on building this huge empire like I had been for the last 3 years. I'm still building and putting energy into it, but instead of focusing all of my everything, all of my identity into that, which by the way, did really well, but then felt like it had a big crash because I am more than just that, right? So it had to happen in that way. I've been shifting it to I am putting it into the places that I intuitively know it's asking of me. And that's within myself, it's within my relationships, my personal relationships, my family, right? And so I'm splitting up the energy. And now I'm getting more energy brought in to then help support on this side of things, to help continue to build that while also focusing here, right? So it's very interesting the way this stuff works. And it will all unfold in its own divine way and divine timing. But you have to look at it and develop this power in whatever way it's calling upon you at this time. Your significance of your existence is not determined based on what you do in this world. You're important no matter what. You're important even if you're going through a difficult time right now. You're important even if, the bills are stacking up. You're important still. Even if you've disappointed people, even if you've unintentionally hurt people or created situations, you're still important. And you need to stop questioning the importance of your existence, because you are important for you. And anyone else who does not see your importance or does not see your pureness or does not see your intention, there's nothing you can do about that. Okay. But the divine sees you. I, Holly, see you. Okay. And you're safe here. You're safe with the divine. You're safe in this space. And you're allowed to be in tune with what your needs are and what you need, so that you can show up fully for yourself first. You're trying to show up for other people, whether you're a healer in business, whether you're just a mom, whether you're a dad. And I don't mean just you know what I mean by that. Whether you're a mom or a dad, whether you're in your work, you know, you have this ability. Also, maybe you're all of the above. Okay. You could have businesses, you could have jobs, you could have desires and fun and all of these things. Being a parent in itself is a two full-time jobs. Okay. So you're trying to support all of these things, all of these people, all of these energies. You're trying to hold the space for all of these things. And you are crumbling under the pressure, but you're forcing yourself to still stand up. And until you can see that you are worthy of having experiences that feel like there is ease within your body, you're going to keep perpetuating certain things. And it's time to look at the way things have happened, the way you've grown up, the way you've experienced things, the way you've been nurtured or not nurtured. And how can you turn that energy into nurturing yourself so that you can then see your reality in front of you look different? But until you can know that you're important, no matter what you're going through, no matter how you act, no matter how you show up, no matter how you handle difficult situations, you're still worthy and you're still loved and you're still seen in every single aspect from the divine. Humans are humans just like you. So they will show up in the same capacity you can show up at times. But the divine is begging for you to come back into that space, to lean back, drop your shoulders, relax your face, drop your jaw, relax your tongue, and just be in the presence of unconditional love and support, because that is what will guide you to finding it for yourself. You don't have to do it alone. You were never meant to do it alone. Okay. I don't know who I'm talking to. I know there's a group of you watching this, but you know deep in your heart that you are worthy because you came into this life knowing you were worthy. And unfortunately, shit hit the fan, whether it was early on or later on, and it made you feel less than who and what you really are. And that was not fair. It wasn't fair. And the divine wants to recognize that. And, you know, at this point now, you have two choices, right? You have a choice to stay in that space of feeling unjustified and all of those, which are all very justified, right? Like those are valid feelings. Or you can say, all right, this is what's happened. This is where things have been up until this point, but now I have a chance to actually embody a new world by loving myself and by showing up for myself and by asking for help from unseen forces. They will bring you the guidance through your mind, through your spirit, through books that you read, through signs, through seeing, number, sequences, um, showing you significant animals and insects multiple times, right, to get your attention. They'll also bring you people. They'll bring you messages just like this. They're always showing up to get your attention. But when we're so lost in the darkness, it's hard to see. So, right now, you're being asked to open yourself up to receive this new energy that is begging to be let in, to help you navigate this time in your life, because you're worthy of it. You've always been worthy of it. You always will be worthy of it. And it will never stop trying to find you. Never. Go with the flow, letting go, cleansing, receiving. When you go with the flow, you let the divine in. You don't have to do anything else but listen into the guidance. Circle of eternal joy, timelessness, dance of life. Listen, stop worrying about what's happened up until this point. Okay, a lot of people resist change, or they resist um moving forward and being a different version of themselves. They resist moving into the new life because they're holding on to all the bad things or all the things that they did in the old version of them. That keeps people stuck in between this world. And that's what's happening with some of you. You're stuck in between worlds because you're still looking back on all the shit that you did before, or all the things that you said, or all the thing this is. And yes, looking at that and saying, fuck, I messed up. I did this and I can't believe it, right? I've been there so many times. It's not easy to look at. But choosing to see it and give yourself love and say, I refuse to feel this feeling anymore. Therefore, I will do my best. That's all anyone ever should be asking, is for you to do your best to be better next time. And you may fall, but you can get right back up. Okay. This is so imperative that you just see yourself. Take down the blocks, take down the walls. And if anything, just let the divine in. If you can't let anybody else in, if you can't have help right now, at least let the divine help you and heal you and love you, because you are worthy of receiving the love that your heart, that your inner child, inner girl, you know, inner boy needs. Okay? All right. I love you. I really do. And I see you and I honor you. And in all things and in all ways, just know that when you need a voice, when you need comfort, when you need something to get you through in the next way, find that physical voice that can be that conduit for the divine for you. If you're struggling to hear the divine right now, allow the divine to find you through people. And I'm not talking about paid things, right? There are so many free people that can help you and be the conduit on YouTube, on social media that give messages. Allow those messages to really hit you in the space that it needs to, if it's meant for you, of course. Just open yourself up. Just let the divine in just a little bit and see what can happen. Okay? All right. I love you. I hope you have the best day ever, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.